Hello and welcome to MTB New Mexico. First of all, I'd like to thank all of you all for subscribing. Our channel has reached 300 subscribers and is still growing. Today we're talking about something great, which is buying a bike. So 2 years ago, I was sitting on the sofa with my son and we decided, let's take our bikes out to the Jeep trails and see how that feels. After that, everything changed for us. We wanted to try mountain bike trails. We wanted another bike. We wanted to get better. We wanted to learn skills, and we did a bunch of research. We watched a bunch of videos on how to ride and what to do, and then we made some great friends that helped us and they guided us in purchasing a bike. You've been interested in mountain biking and you want a bike. So what do you want to do? Well, we have some tips for you. We narrowed it down to two important factors. First of all, what your budget is. How much can you spend on a bike? And two, what do you want to do? What is your skill level and what are you trying to accomplish? Do you want to ride just for fun, or do you want to get serious and go into mountain bike trails, or do you want to go extreme and really try all those things, all the jumps, all the flying, all the crazy stuff that you see? You want to do that? Well, there's a bike there for you. Make sure you talk to your local bike shop. Those people have great information that could help you choose a bike. Make friends, get into online groups that have a lot of people there that could answer questions that you might have. Believe me, you're in the right time. There's a lot to choose from. You're not limited. All you gotta do is figure out what you wanna do, how much you wanna spend, and then of course, get the right bike for you. Borrow a bike, that's a good tip. Borrow a bike, get yourself out there, see if you really like it, and then enjoy purchasing the bike according to what you have learned and the experience that you have gained. Everybody's situation is different. So what I did was I talked to a bunch of different people, and then I wanted to get information for you guys that are making this choice right now. Mario from the barrio, right?
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Mario from the barrio, eh?
There you go.
Remember, Mario from the barrio.
Yeah, we got Mr. Mario from the barrio.
And my son from the little barrito.
So perfect example again of what's going on here. So we have, first of all, Mario wanted to get into mountain biking. He got into mountain biking, had this guy right here, and then brings his son out. So Mario purchased this bike,
About couple months ago.
And has been loving it so far. Son is riding it today, Mr. Jair. But now we have a problem. The problem is Jair wants a bike now, right?
Yeah.
So that's daddy's problem right
in the
there.
market, you know, for purchasing a new bike.
Okay, what would be the approach that you would recommend to anybody? Your strategy?
Well, I think, you know, that if you have a bike, you know, that is a used bike just like this one, it's okay for you to start with it, right? Because you don't know whether you're gonna like it or not. But after that, yeah, you can upgrade for something like that. Okay, and I think it makes a huge difference. So that's what I call this one the Bruto, because this is hard. It's a hardcore bike compared to this one right here. So that's why my son wanted to ride this one today.
According to Mario's knowledge and experience in scientific and analytic data, you would say borrow a bike, ride a brutal bike first, make sure you like it, and then go for it.
I call it El Burro.
El Burro.
Yeah.
There you go. We got
From
El
that
Burro.
you can go to a horse right here.
And to a horse. All right, so this is a perfect example of a person who wanted to start, right?
Yes,
had
sir.
been influenced. She was influenced by the videos a little bit. But anyway, so here we are riding on a borrowed bike. This is a perfect example of something you could do. Borrow a bike, always works. Okay, I'm into it. I'm looking into it. I want one. What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, I really want a bike. Like one of these or one like his.
A salsa. Ooh.
Yeah, I really wanted to start biking so I could take my dog with me on bike rides. So this is really helping me like see what kind of bike I want.
Tell us about your experience, man. You got yourself one of those awesome salsa bikes. What you got?
I got a Salsa Timberjack. It's 27.5 plus. It's a great bike, and eventually I want to get to a full suspension again. My Specialized was full suspension, but it was a 99. It was an older bike. Yeah, old technology.
Suggestions for someone that's barely getting into it?
Get out and try it. You know, ride with some friends. It'll take you out slowly.
Question, are you hooked?
Yes.
Look at that smile right there.
You will get hooked.
Oh wait, let's see the little hand thing again. Yeah, you had to do that too, man.
Oh, do that.
Yeah. Yes. All right, we are with Mr. Patrick riding a Specialized stump jumper. What year is this bike, man?
2013.
All right.
The mounds here screwed up my my back, and I got a full suspension.
Ah, okay.
I got a 2011 stump jumper that got stolen, and then I was able to get into this 2013, and I've had this.
So this was a 2013.
2013. I got 2014.
Okay. All right. What's your experience been with Specialized with this bike right here?
Yeah, I'm at 7 years on it. So I got the rear shock serviced. It blew out last weekend.
Did you start with like a cheaper bike and kind of worked your way up, or?
Yeah, I had a Rockhopper, which is a hardtail, which is a medium entry-level bike for Specialized.
Okay, so that was your strategy, kind of go a little inexpensive and then invest in a pretty good bike.
Correct.
All right, cool. Well, thanks for your info, man. All right, guys, so you guys know who Erica is from the Biking Save My Life videos. One of a great inspirational story. As a matter of fact, a lot of people have been telling me that they've been inspired by your story. So again, we have a person who is ready, got some moolah, got some money in the pocket, is ready to buy some bikes. And she actually got really lucky today because she got to try several bikes of all the ones that we've been riding here today. So tell us your experience and what approach did you take for finding a bike?
Okay, so one of my cycling teammates, Evelina Aldana, she was kind enough to let me borrow her BMC.
His BMC?
Evelina's been riding for about 3 years, and she's one of the ones that kind of encouraged me to start on the mountain bike.
But what did get you into mountain biking?
So at the beginning of the pandemic, I would go out and be on the road by myself, and I was coming across a lot of angry drivers out there. So it was kind of scary to be out there by myself. Figured that mountain biking would be a safe way to be out on the trails on my own.
Is it safer, guys?
Yeah.
Totally.
Safer.
You just meet some really crazy people, but
Yeah, always.
anyway, we always say it's easier, or it's gonna be easier, or we're going downhill soon, but we don't. But it's all fun. But anyway, so your approach is what? So you've been looking online. What are you doing?
So I'm trying to do some research, and of course, I mean, I was lucky enough to be part of this group,
MTB New Mexico.
MTB New Mexico, and our chat La Familia with cycling. Nice to be able to ask other people on their opinions and what they've been riding and what got them started.
It's good to listen to people when they say mean things, right? Like, hey, hold off, don't spend money on that bike.
Don't buy that dinosaur.
Yeah, this is smart. This is smart because when you learn how to listen to other people's experience, you end up buying good stuff because you get excited about something like this is the bike, but when somebody tells you otherwise, then it's just a learning experience. So after riding several bikes, you could actually probably pinpoint kind of what you want, right?
Yes, so now I kind of know where my budget is at and what I want to buy.
Excellent. All right, thanks for your info.
Thank you.
All right, we are right here with Lori, and she is a financial advisor, which is perfect because obviously investing in a bike was a process. Now, I remember your bike was a beginner, I believe it was a Mongoose.
Yes.
Bike that you came out here for many times.
Lots of months.
And then you finally decided to get this beautiful bike, which is the Roscoe 7. So tell me a little bit about your experience.
So I started out because I didn't know if I would like mountain biking. Just started out with, I don't know, probably a Walmart bike and got my feet wet. Decided that I just loved it and needed to upgrade, and at that point in time pretty much everything was sold out, so I was able to go to Outdoor Adventure, and they had this one in stock. I rode it, they adjusted it for me, and I absolutely love it with the shocks and the dropper seat.
Now, you've done most of the trails out here in Las Cruces, especially some of the black trails, some of the harder trails. Has this bike, even if it's not a full suspension, has it performed well?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Those wide tires, they do it all.
You have a person that is about to spend some money. What would you recommend?
Just save up your money, because there's I wouldn't go in steps. Just save your money and then go to the tubeless tires and the wider tires. Those are mandatory, I think.
She says that, and unfortunately that was exactly my error. I stepped up to the bike that I have, which is exactly this bike, a Roscoe 7. I could say it was a mistake. I started like a $40 Mongoose used, and then a Trek 4, and then I just kind of went up, and I lost a lot of time. I lost a lot of money instead of just waiting and going tubeless and starting with a good bike.
Yep.
All right.
If you can save the money, I'd do it.
There you go. Words of advice from a financial professional advisor. Thank you very much, Lori.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about your approach to getting a bike.
Basically, when I started, like everyone, basic hardtail, kind of moving up there for my needs. Of course, I went into Specialized Stump Jumper 27 plus. Fortunately, that bike fit just wasn't good for me. It was always super scrunched up and wasn't comfortable, out on the trails. From there, I jumped up to a Tallboy 3, which was a good bike, but still wasn't filling my needs. Come this bike, I jumped on it once and was love at first sight.
So this is the Santa Cruz Tallboy CC.
Yeah, Tallboy 4 is kind of what I was getting towards, is really getting into more aggressive riding. this bike with its geometry has definitely done that.
For those people who are barely, you know, looking into purchasing a bike, once you get really into it, about how much can you spend on a project like this?
You can spend upwards of $5,000 pretty easily.
You can feel the difference. Once you start doing good upgrades that are more personal to you, right? Your personal liking, you'll definitely feel it. Hey, thanks for the info, man. Sure. Thanks for letting us share your bike. All right, so we are right here at the Yeomans. You guys totally know these two awesome people that have been teaching us so much ever since we started, but we are talking about bikes and those people.
Well, we both had very old but decent bikes because we hadn't ever mountain biked really, and where we're from, Central Texas, it's pretty flat. When we moved out here,
yeah, this is all pre like Spider Mountain, all that stuff, because it was like Rocky Hill,
Florida.
Yeah. Warda.
And it's basically you're right in somebody's pasture.
Yeah, there's longhorns all over the place.
Oh,
There's some stuff, but it's like it's nothing like here.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a big difference. Got here and we're getting to check everything out. We're just like, whoa.
We were out at Cathedral actually, and my bike was being weird, and Keith said, well, we need to upgrade. And it was gonna cost way more to upgrade that bike. And so we went and just bought Specialized, like the rock hoppers, the intro.
Yeah, just
and that's when
hardtail.
we were like, okay, these are nice compared to the ones we had, but now we know that we want something even better.
So there was like a transition going based off of skill.
Yeah, something to basically dip your toes in. It's something that'll do the job, but it's also getting a bike these days, you're gonna spend some money. If you're kind of on the fence, like, I don't know if I'm gonna like it or not, and I don't wanna fully commit to it, then I would kind of reach out and see if you can maybe borrow a bike.
I found myself that I started off, okay, it's getting creepy now.
I think, to me, if you're pretty much sold like, hey, I'm totally into this, I love it, I want to get my own bike, and a lot of times people already have an idea of which direction they're going to go. You got your Trek people, you got your Specialized people, you've got your hardcore Bianchi people, you know, you've got your YT people, you've got your Santa Cruz. I mean, you got everything out there. It's like Ford Chevrolet.
Yeah.
So I would say if you know that you're into it, you're waiting for the right opportunity to buy your dream bike, I would go borrow, rent as long as you could. That way when you got your bike, you're happy with it.
Get what you want.
Get what you want. That way you're happy.
There you go. Perfect example of two happy mountain bikers that chose good bikes and saved up and made it happen.
Yes.
All right, guys, any last words?
Just keep riding, have fun, stay awesome.
Keep the rubber side down.
There you go. Keep the rubber side down. I could seriously tell you my personal experience, mountain biking has really been an amazing experience in my life, and it was just great that I'm able to have a bike already and to enjoy it anytime I want. So I want to make sure that we get all the information that we have learned and we share it with you all. So make sure that you guys comment, please tell us your experience. Make sure you comment either if you have a question or if you have another tip to help others that are looking for a bike. So grab a bike and we'll see you out there.